Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump and Georgia, and we're going to go over something that has happened that we really haven't been covering much on the channel because the outcome that has occurred was pretty much the predestined outcome from the beginning. But it's worth bringing up now because it's certainly going to come up later. Okay, so in Georgia, in the state case in Georgia, Trump filed a petition that, in effect, shut down the investigation. It was designed to toss evidence and the DA and make it to where that evidence could never be used again in the future in a criminal or civil proceeding, block the DA from any further involvement in any of it. It was giant. It was a giant request. Now, Trump probably thought that there was a chance of this going somewhere because 8 of the 9 justices on the Georgia Supreme Court were appointed by Republicans. 9 of the 9 justices decided unanimously to dismiss this petition. There wasn't grounds for this. I mean, realistically, it just wasn't there in any way. The type of intervention that he was asking for is something that requires just absolutely extraordinary circumstances that are not present in this case. So it has been, the petition has been dismissed. Trump did not get his way. The Republican judges in Georgia did not behave in a partisan manner. All of this was pretty much expected. Realistically, this didn't have a chance of moving forward, so it wasn't at the top of the list to cover. Now that the grand jury that could theoretically indict the former president in Georgia has been sworn in, and this has been ruled on and shot down, it's probably going to become a little bit more pressing. This case will show up more and more in the news as we move closer and closer to what many people expect will be yet another indictment for the former president. This one is primarily focused on the perfect phone call asking for all the votes to find the votes. At the same time, there were a lot of signs that they were looking into things beyond that maybe we just don't have information on. And we'll have to wait and find out what is determined about that when and if an indictment comes down. But that's where we're at. The ruling, I'm sure that many places are going to treat it as like a huge win for the prosecution. I mean, it is, in the sense that if it had gone the other way, it really could have just destroyed their case. But there wasn't a high likelihood of Trump really succeeding here. I mean, there wasn't a low likelihood of him succeeding here, to be honest. So that is now out of the way. It removes one more roadblock. And yeah, it's just another bad sign for Team Trump in Georgia. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.